What is going on, and welcome into the UDDA Winner podcast. Dan Black and SportyJordy here with you. Jordy, how we doing on this Wednesday afternoon?
I am doing good. Things are really heating up in the sports world now with
Yeah.
Stanley Cup finals getting started tonight. We have, hey, we can have an NBA title champion tomorrow night. So
Good.
I'm hyped.
I'm hyped too, and normally around this time is kind of the winding down of just like all the chaos of the sports
Yeah,
season
I've
in
had a lot
general.
of time on my hands I've been
Yeah,
reading a lot. It's felt very slow, but
yeah. But the next couple days will at least be kind of exciting.
definitely.
Now let's start things off in the NHL. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Avalanche and Lightning. The Avalanche were expected to be there. They were the favorites all along throughout the entire league to lift the Stanley Cup trophy at the end of it all. The Lightning, a bit of a surprise, but not really. They've won 2 in a row.
Yeah, I don't know
They
why
won 2 Stanley
anyone's
Cups in a row.
shocked.
Yeah, it's not like shocking, but at the same time, I think the other team from Florida, the Panthers, were more expected to be in this position. Game 1 tonight, 2 high-scoring teams. Both teams only scored under 2 goals once this entire playoffs. So what are your expectations for this one?
So I posted a TikTok, or I have a TikTok ready to go for once we get off the show. And I make my official pick tonight. I'm going with Avs and the over. I'm taking over 6. Taking over unders in the last Avalanche series took years off of my existence. I could never figure it out, but I'm feeling pretty confident with this one. That this is going to be a very high scoring Stanley Cup Finals series. Like you talked about, that statistic that I'm pretty sure it was Lightning 16 of 17 scoring 2 goals at least. The Avs were 12 of 13 scoring 2 goals at least. I just think when you're getting to that point, no matter what, this is going to be very offensive, and I'm excited to see that in a Stanley Cup Finals, but I don't think I have a feel. I don't know if this is going to be a 7-game series, but I don't think either of these guys are going to come in and just do a clean sweep. I think it might go back and forth. I don't know who's actually going to come out on top in the end, but for tonight, I'm going Avs and over 6.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean the over I think is pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
The Avalanche are 8-6 they've hit the over 8 times so far these playoffs. The Lightning not so great. They're more known for going under, especially the last series because they just dominated basically the entire time.
I also think that was because the Rangers also couldn't, like, the Rangers scored 1 goal in each of their last 3 games.
Right. So it's not necessarily indicative of how things are going, which is why I think the over is the move in basically every game. Mainly because I think the Avalanche's offense is just so strong. Not to mention how good they are with Tampa Bay. They've obviously been here before plenty of times. And you know who they have in net. He's one of the favorites to win the Conn Smythe overall in Vasilevsky. So like it will be an interesting series in terms of over-unders. But to me, I have to agree with you. I'm going with the over tonight. I also like the Avalanche in game 1.
Yeah. Didn't you say a couple weeks ago that you were a bandwagon Avs fan?
No, I was a Panthers fan.
Oh, you were a Panthers fan.
And then they screwed me.
Yeah. No, I was hoping the Panthers would get it done for Drew. I wanted him to get.
Me too.
Yeah.
But there's a part of it also, like, I kind of want Tampa Bay to win and then win 3 in a row.
I mean, it would be iconic.
Yeah. The amount of teams that you can think of that win 3 championships in a row in sports in general are few and far between.
And I think it's so funny because I don't think anyone was actually like necessarily counting them out. Like, I think if people were like, oh, if they get there, that's fine. But I think they expected other teams to be there this year over them. And so now the fact that they were like, haha, nope, we got here. Let's just get it done one more time.
Right.
Get a nice little hat trick. It'd just be absolutely iconic.
It would be iconic. And I mean, like, it would be interesting where you put them now in like the pantheon, should they win, where you put them in the pantheon of, sports, I guess, greatness.
Yeah, they have to be up there because to make that happen, especially in a league where there's just been so much, like we talked about it a couple weeks ago. The game has changed. Like it's becoming a lot more quicker pace. So consistently for 3 years to have your team kind of be able to adapt to how the game is changing and consistently be the best team in the league and win it all, like you have to be in the GOAT of GOAT conversations when it gets to that point.
And especially because, you're making 2 deep playoff runs in back-to-back years. Usually you're gassed the next, just the buildup of that. And somehow, even with a slightly veteran team, they've managed to not have that be an issue.
It's crazy.
Very surprising.
It's crazy.
I kind of want to see though I'm split. I want to see the Avalanche win because they were down so bad for so long, and like finally, like their process worked.
I know.
But at the same time, like
a 3-peat would
be in a row. To win 3 in a row, that puts you in a different level in the sports world, especially in American sports.
I haven't decided. Let me watch tonight's game, and then I'll pick my overall winner.
Okay, but we're both going with
I'm in the same boat as you. We're both taking Avalanche tonight, but when it comes to actually who is going to hoist the Stanley Cup, I haven't officially decided yet.
Do you have an opinion of who's going to win the Conn Smythe Trophy, aka the Stanley Cup Finals MVP, if you will? I like Vasilevsky at plus 350, plus 400, depending on the sports book.
Is he the favorite?
He is not.
Who's
Cole McCarr is the favorite at like plus 180.
Nathan I haven't. Second. I haven't looked at. I haven't made a pick for this yet.
That's fair. I'd go with that.
I haven't gotten that far.
Or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually I feel like when I go into a series, I'm very like, all right, this is what I want to happen. This is what I'm expecting to happen. And this, I just feel very torn, which is a good thing because then it makes me feel like I can go into it with fresh eyes and I'm not super biased and I'm not totally leaning one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a different way for me to watch, but no, I don't have a gut feeling of where this is going to go. I can't see one of these guys just completely steamrolling. We have Nathan here saying Avs in 5. Easy. Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know about that.
I'm so torn. I can't pick one way or the other. I have no idea yet. Like I said, I want to watch tonight. I want to see how tonight's going to go. Lightning has the Avs upper hand.
Right.
In straight up wins since the 2016-2017 season.
Right.
So what is it? 6-4?
Yeah, I think it's a slightly. Yeah, it's like 6-4 or something.
Yeah. So we'll see. But one, I'm just I want goals. I want over.
I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah. That's what I'm excited for.
I forget where's the line at currently.
I think it's at 6. It was earlier.
I think it's at 6 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at 6 this afternoon.
See, this is my thing is what if Vasilevsky just goes off this series, screws everything up?
I mean, it could have, but then he automatically, there you go. There's your trophy.
It's true. Well, I think we may be more sure in the NBA Finals for tomorrow. Warriors up 3-2. You're not so sure?
I think we get a game 7. I really, really do.
You think we get a game 7? I'm not too sure.
Well, welcome back. We're happy to have you. We love the trash talking.
There's reason to believe in the game 7 because Jason Tatum has been really, really good in elimination. He's been pretty mediocre in every other game, but elimination games in these playoffs, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Weirdly phenomenal. Doesn't make sense.
It's do or die time. And he's okay, I've been average. And then he's just I'm not ready to go yet. And he just goes nuts. But then I'm you realize if you could just play like that every game.
Right.
then you wouldn't even be in these situations.
Like it's almost like watching Ben Simmons in a sense of like you can
How
do
would you
this
bring
all
him
the
up right
time.
now?
Like, well,
Oh, we have Matt. Warriors in 6. It's going to be close, though. Realistically, Warriors win tomorrow night, but I have my futures bet with the Celtics that I placed after round 1. So I'm low-key hoping that still cashes.
I mean, Jason Tatum, in his career, according to StatMuse, averages about 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 5.5 assists in elimination games.
Jesus Christ.
And like he's got the last one against Boston, he had 26 and 10 against Milwaukee twice, sort of elimination games, 46 and 9, 23 and 6.
Jesus.
He's he's just he turns it on.
If he comes out tomorrow night and puts up 46 points, I feel like I owe him something. Like I have to do. I'm not going to buy a jersey because I don't want to own a Celtics jersey. But
this makes sense.
I don't want to own a Celtics jersey, but I feel like I'd be very grateful for him if he comes out. Even I'm not even going to go that extreme. If he comes out and has a 30-point game and it's just like I'm balling, having a great night, and Celtics push this to a game 7, fine. I'll be happy.
But what about how confident are you in the Celtics to win it all? Because I know you have money on it.
So if you're asking the side of me that has the money on it, I'm like, yeah, Celtics are going to win 2 in a row and my bet's going to hit. Realistically, the Warriors just seem Steph wants it and he wants it bad. And I don't think he's going to, like, even if they lose tomorrow night and go to game 7, I still think my heart is telling me that the Warriors are going to pull it out. I also want that for Steph. Like, I know my money's on Celtics, but I'm rooting for Steph right now. So I'm very, very conflicted, very torn.
I'm with you. What are some like game 6 bets that you're like, whether player props or just team like over-unders?
I don't know. I want to pull up the lines. Let's get.
I'm just taking everything over for Steph.
Yeah, no, because
especially
last game that was hard to watch. Yeah,
especially at the last game, there's no way he's not hitting at least 4 threes.
Yeah, no. I mean, what wasn't his record like 233 straight games?
Yeah,
something like that. Celtics are the favorite tomorrow by 4. Celtics minus 4 over 210. I'm kidding. I'll probably do Warriors plus 4. No. I gotta let my bet hit. I'll do Celtics minus 4 over 210. Let's look at some player props. I want Al Horford to have a night. What are his numbers? Because I think he was like a sneaky bastard for the Sixers, and I like when he goes off for the Celtics. I don't know why. It's fun. Oh, wait. Dan averages 6 cheesesteaks, 19 beers, and 7 risky texts per weekend. You've got me beat on cheesesteaks and beers, but the risky texts.
Yeah, I feel like you're more of a flirt than I am.
I'm especially once the beers start flowing, like literally lock my phone in a frickin' cage. It's so bad. Al Horford 15 plus points at plus 450. Fine.
What was it?
15 plus points at plus 450. I feel like he hasn't been doing well though.
I feel like that's like one you'll be sweating out probably.
Right?
Real bad.
I want to see it.
Is it worth it?
No, I mean, considering he's had 11, 8, and 9. It's unlikely, but maybe if I just put some 26. Yeah. I mean, we've seen him do it before. Maybe if I just put all my faith into him, he'll be like, you know what? I'll do this for you, Jordy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just wouldn't believe.
Is that one of your risky texters calling you? Is that one of your risky?
Someone I'm going out to dinner with tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Also, this cat right now that I'm cat sitting is just fucking all over the place.
Oh, that I don't think I've ever had like an actual interaction with a cat. Like I haven't like ever really been around cats. Like I'm not a cat person.
Neither am I, but
Like if my friends have cats, I like stay away. I don't know why something about cats freak me out.
I don't know about that. Very weird. Very weird. I don't know about that.
I'm a big dog gal. I don't like cats. I don't know. They feel like sketchy to me.
I agree because most of the time they're dicks, but like sometimes they're like these ones. They just chill. They don't do anything. They just sit there.
Well, that's good. We like that.
Yeah,
they're like Ben Simmons.
They are. There you go. There you go.
Sorry, you mentioned his name. I had to get one dig out.
That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me. Yeah, I like anything Steph related for tomorrow night. I like the Warriors closing it out. And because of that, Steph gets his 4th ring. Steph gets finals MVP.
Yeah.
And to me, Steph officially gets put in the top 10 all time.
100%.
Okay, I'm glad you agree. Because I know that's been a topic of conversation in the NBA community. And I wasn't sure where you were on that.
No, especially after what game was it, game 3 or 4, where like no one on the Warriors could do anything. I think it was game 4. Wait.
I have to look at the stats.
I have to remember, but it was the game where Steph just like they won that game because of him.
Right.
Because like he laid his life out on the line to get them that win. And I think when you see moments like he's just incredible. Like, and especially when you get to this point where it's like, okay, he has the titles. Now he's going to have the MVP. Like he has all the accolades now on top of all the talent. I don't know how you can exclude him from the conversation.
That
he also like single-handedly like changed the game,
that's
but like he made like
no, he changed the game.
He did. Like it sounds dramatic, but like he really did.
No, he literally it's not even dramatic. He literally changed how people play basketball, not just like in the NBA, in college, in high school, in AAU, in Little League basketball, around the world too.
LeBron,
like not even just in America, like globally, he changed how people play basketball, and including like made it more inclusive of smaller guys that can really just shoot, but like and made that role an actual thing.
Yeah, no, he's incredible. I love watching him.
Boomer take of the day. Boomer take of the day. Should have a segment about that.
We should. This might have to be a clip. Did Steph Curry ruin the game of basketball? Like the headline wrote itself.
No,
absolutely not. He did not. This is a very hot take.
A scorching take. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know where you would rank him all-time top 10. Like, I mean, everyone's top 10 is different, and we know what at the top is going to be Magic. It's going to be Magic, LeBron, and Jordan.
Yeah,
99.99% of the time. Kobe's in there somewhere. Like Larry Bird's in there somewhere. You know, you'd probably take out like an Oscar Robertson or something.
Wait, I don't think I ever asked you this. Is your number one LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
Interesting.
I just look at it solely from I take out like the accolades and everything.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, 99% of the awards and stuff is either won by having a good team or won because the media loves you. And the media loved Michael Jordan more than anybody. And despised LeBron after like 2011. 2012, whatever. But like I just look at them and if it was like, all right, play 1-on-1 to 21. I'm going to take the 6'9", 260-pound guy that runs like a gazelle and has 4% body fat over the 6'6", 215-pound guy. Like,
see, now this is what oh my God, I see a cat. I'm scared. This is what I don't understand. So I am a Michael Jordan stan, like ride or die. If I ever met Michael Jordan, I don't think I would live through it. Like I am obsessed. So he is like my number one, but I don't understand why it has to be so divided. Like it's LeBron or Jordan. Cause I can sit
Yeah, I
here
don't
and be
get
like,
that either.
I respect the hell out of LeBron, and I would never, me saying Jordan is my number one. It's basically just a personal choice, and you
Right.
can make the like whenever anyone explains their argument for LeBron, I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like it's not like there's ever going to be one concrete one is better than the other. One, the league was so different from when Michael
Right.
Jordan was at his peak to LeBron. There are so many different variations and so many things. Like they are not readily comparable. It's just whoever is your number one is your
Right.
number one. But yeah, no, I don't understand because I fuck with LeBron. I love LeBron. Is Jordan still my favorite basketball player? Is he still who I think is the best basketball player of all time? Yeah. I don't understand why it has to be such a fight.
I
Everyone should
think
love each other.
I've always believed
Preach.
that it solely stems from a nostalgia purpose and like like if you were born in like the 60s, you grew up like in your late teen, early 20 years watching, Michael Jordan. And I don't know, there was also just like no one else that did what Jordan did.
Yeah.
And then and then people became so protective of him because the reality is like he was a huge part, along with the NBA selling basketball rights to China, of expanding the game of basketball around the world. He was really the first global superstar of basketball because even like when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were around, like the game wasn't really nearly as global until the end of like the 80s. Whereas, Jordan was sort of the worldwide superstar. So I think that's just really where it all stems from. And the fact that he has such a large brand, even still to this day, significantly larger than LeBron.
Yeah.
And, the whole LeBron left and Jordan didn't.
Do you hear my huskies howling? Is that reaching in here yet?
Yes,
Ignore them. They're fine. But no, I also personally, I just liked, and like, I didn't even really get to appreciate or watch this, but this is just from when I've gone back and looked at things. I liked the nittier and the grittier NBA. Like, I liked when it was more rough. And now I understand that now it's like more intricate and more technical. And there's a lot more skill that goes into the game now than it did when Michael Jordan was playing. But I don't know. There was something exciting about like basketball players being able to legitimately run each other over and how teams would literally collectively like go up against Jordan and be like, let's injure him. Like, and the Detroit Pistons, when they were like literally out there slaughtering people, like that's exciting to me. So I don't know. I just like that vibe a little bit better. So I never knew where you stood.
I also like feel like the whole aggressive play thing like is sort of taken out of like I feel like it's sensationalized.
It definitely
more
is.
than it actually happened. Like obviously you have like Jordan versus the Pistons and everything, and certainly like they were allowed to play much more aggressively than they are today. But like the clips that they show for the most part are in the playoffs, where even today they're aggressive. Like they're showing the most high intensity situations.
No,
like,
I'll give you that.
I'm sure a random like Sonics like Magic game in 1992 wasn't that intense. Like some random January game. I'm sure it wasn't that intense.
That's fair. I'll give that to you.
So like I feel like it's also been sensationalized.
That's true. It's like all my opinions are coming from me who was born in 1998.
Right.
And didn't get to actually live any of it.
Right. Exactly. Right. And like it's just like people like and the final thing is like I feel people always just want to shit on the younger generation. You look at anything throughout history, they're always just shitting on the next generation, saying they're soft or whatever. It's like who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, this is true.
Go retire.
Love it.
All right. Finally, before we wrap things up, we got golf this weekend. The U.S. Open, we have a contest for that. So if you haven't already, join our Pick 6 contest for the U.S. Open this weekend. Obviously, we know a lot has been going on in the golf world between the PGA and, LIV stuff and all that. But this is a USGA tournament, so we can have Phil Mickelson play and the whole crew that left the PGA. So what do you think the reaction is going to be from the crowd and all that with those guys being able to sort of intermingle?
I think it's going to be exciting. And I think going back to when we first talked about the LIV golf, I think we're going to finally start to see the first kind of changes from it, because I think everyone is going to be super excited. And I think it's going to feel a little more hyped up. And that's one of the things that I love that LIV golf is going to bring to thank you. That LIV golf is going to bring to the sport. So I'm excited to see it, because this is going to be the first time we're going to see some of the effects. So bring it on.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see sort of how the crowd reacts. I don't think it'll be as big of a deal as like if it was like a team sport, because I feel like people are just going to watch golf. This is not kind of accurate. So it's not going to be as big of a deal, but I think it'll be interesting sort of to see how the players interact with one another and the early. I'm sure once we get past like the first hole, no one's going to care.
Exactly. It's just going to be the anticipation, leading up to everything.
Right. Once we get past like the opening, the opening couple holes, like no one's going to care. People are going to forget about it and then move on with their lives. But it will be interesting. Who do you think is going to win it all this weekend?
I need to see the odds. I have Justin Thomas winning it all. Not great odds, 11-1. Is what I got him at, but he just seems to be playing so strong, and that does make me nervous, because I feel like always with these tournaments, you have someone that's been like a standout, and you're like, all right, this is their time to win, and then someone else just comes in and sneaks it. But realistically, I think he's been playing the strongest, so he's got my money.
I'm going Scotty Scheffler at 15-1 right now. He's just been so good this season.
I love Scotty Scheffler.
I ride him every tournament. I was going
to say, I feel like you usually take him.
We pick him every time, and hopefully he wins.
Big Scotty Scheffler fans.
Ever since the Super Bowl that weekend, when I think it was one of the first golf tournaments, one of the first majors of the year, won, and then just like didn't stop winning.
Yeah,
for the most part this year. So I like Scotty Scheffler to win it all this weekend over in Massachusetts. Should be a great tournament. Plenty of great action, of course. If you haven't already, as we said, get into that contest on the UDDA app. And make sure, if you haven't already, to follow us on all our socials at UDDA_winner. Enjoy the Stanley Cup tonight. Enjoy Game 6 of the NBA Finals tomorrow. Enjoy the U.S. Open this weekend. We will talk to you next week.
Bye.